A rat has just cooked the most important dish of his life. All the cooks have abandoned the place, and now he must face the critic who will decide the future of the restaurant he loves. The journey to get here hasn't been easy. Remy lives frustrated. He loves cooking, but his family doesn't understand him. They limit themselves to stealing garbage while he wants to create. He loves sneaking into a lady's kitchen to watch the show of his idol, Chef Gusteau. The chef has a phrase that inspires him: anyone can cook. Remy's life changes radically when the homeowner discovers the entire nest. She tries to exterminate them, and the rodents flee. They climb into boats while everything is chaos, but Remy gets left behind. He tries to paddle with all his might, but the current is so strong that he ends up being dragged into the sewers. Now he's alone, hungry, and doesn't know if he'll ever see his family again. In his desperation, he hallucinates Chef Gusteau, who tells him, if you focus on what you left behind, you'll never see what the future holds for you. Remy decides to climb up and see what's above. He walks behind walls, evading traps and dogs, until finally, after much running, he climbs to a rooftop and discovers that he's been in Paris all this time. Sometimes a better place is closer than we think. We just need to get up and move forward. He sees that Gusteau's restaurant is right next door. From above, he observes Skinner, the head chef, who has an arrogant character. He also sees Linguini, a clumsy and shy boy who knows nothing about cooking. They hire him to clean the place. Remy watches as Linguini adds extra ingredients to a soup. He's outraged. No normal person would get so angry over a simple soup, but for him, it's important. Just then, the window loosens and Remy falls into the sink. Now he has to run for his life. When he gets to safety, he sees an open window to escape, but Linguini closes it. Seconds later, the boy tastes the soup and discovers it's horrible, so he reopens the window to vomit. Remy runs to escape, but when he's about to leave, he smells the soup. It's so bad that he almost vomits. He feels the need to fix it, so he adds ingredients. He prepares to escape, but realizes this is the opportunity he's been waiting for his whole life, to really cook. He lowers the heat, washes his hands, and adds one ingredient after another. Linguini discovers him, and as Skinner comes for the soup, he hides the rat. The chef starts yelling at the boy since a simple janitor can't cook. While he scolds him, they serve a bowl of soup to a food critic. Surprisingly, the critic loves the soup and wants to congratulate the chef. Skinner tastes it and also likes it, but insists on firing Linguini until Colette confronts him and reminds him of Gusteau's most sacred belief: anyone can cook. This fills Remy with validation. It doesn't matter that he doesn't get credit. What matters is that someone recognized his work. To keep working, Linguini must recreate the soup, but Remy is discovered. The boy leaves the place and is about to get rid of the rat, but takes pity on him. The young man is frustrated because he needs that job and now must recreate a soup he doesn't know how to make. While he talks, Remy nods his head, showing that he understands. Linguini can't understand rats, but he asks for help. Remy agrees, and when he lets him go, he flees, but returns out of conscience. Linguini takes him to his small apartment with a view of the Eiffel Tower. The next day, Linguini prepares to recreate the soup. He puts Remy in his clothes and enters the kitchen determined, but they have no way to communicate. The rat walks all over his body, causing him tickles and involuntary movements. After making a fool of himself, they go to the storage room where they realize they need a better solution. While they discuss, Skinner hears something suspicious and suddenly enters. He manages to see the rat, but when he looks again, there's nothing. The chef is sure he saw something, but Linguini plays dumb and leaves. While walking, a waiter approaches and Remy pulls the boy's hair, who automatically dodges. The two are surprised and realize that Remy can control Linguini's movements by pulling his hair. That night, they practice. At first, the movements are clumsy, but after a while, the coordination becomes more precise. They manage to recreate the soup, and Skinner gives Linguini a place in the kitchen. Colette trains the boy. She's a tough and demanding woman who has fought hard to get where she is in a male-dominated world. Linguini and Colette fall in love. She is key in their careers, teaching them to save time, keep their space clean, and work hygienically. She tells them that everyone in the restaurant has different stories, united by their love for cooking. Skinner, however, only thinks about money. He plans to use Gusteau's name to sell fast food. A letter reveals that Linguini is Gusteau's son and heir to his brands and restaurants. One night, diners ask for something different. The chef sees an opportunity to ruin Linguini by asking him to prepare a discontinued dish that he knows will fail. Remy and Colette argue about what to do with the recipe, which affects control over Linguini. When she's distracted, Remy improvises a new sauce. To everyone's surprise, the dish is a success. Linguini toasts with his colleagues while Skinner suspects the boy's hat. Linguini congratulates Remy and leaves him food. Skinner tries to discover his secret, even getting him drunk. Meanwhile, Remy reunites with his brother and visits his family. His father throws him a celebration, but Remy feels uncomfortable. Despite being one of them, he doesn't belong in that world. His father and family hate humans, while Remy admires them because rats steal and humans create. Remy confesses that he won't return to the nest because he's discovered discovered that humans aren't so bad. His furious father shows him a store with dead rats. "That's how things are, you can't change nature," says his father. "What's natural is change," responds Remy, deciding to leave his family and the world where he doesn't belong. Linguini falls in love with Colette and becomes distracted, listening more to her advice than Remy's. While with her, he drops Remy from his hat, exposing him to humans who try to kill him. Looking at himself in a mirror, Remy remembers he's still a rat trapped in limbo. He belongs neither with rats nor humans. Remy discovers the will that confirms Linguini as Gusteau's son. He delivers it, and they manage to fire Skinner. Linguini inherits the restaurant, and his relationship with Colette flourishes. The restaurant becomes so popular that the boy becomes a celebrity, believing he no longer needs Remy and taking all the credit. Anton Ego, the critic who once destroyed the restaurant's reputation, threatens to return. Remy and Linguini argue, and the boy throws him out on the street. Resentful, Remy brings his entire family to steal food. When Linguini discovers the betrayal, he tells him to leave and never come back. The day of Ego's visit arrives. Linguini gives a terrible speech to the staff. The kitchen is chaos without Remy. Linguini panics and locks himself in his office. Remy is captured by Skinner, but his father and brother rescue him. He returns to the restaurant and shows himself as he is to all the workers, who are horrified. Linguini confesses that he has no talent and that the rat is the real chef, but no one believes him, and everyone leaves, including Colette. When all seems lost, Remy's father calls the entire nest to help. Together, they get the kitchen going, with Linguini serving tables. Colette returns after reconsidering. Remy decides to prepare ratatouille, a humble peasant dish. When Ego tastes it, he's transported to his childhood when his mother prepared it. Food symbolizes love and care. Ego drops his pen, showing that he has left his arrogance behind, just like Remy and Linguini. When all the diners leave, they reveal the truth to Ego. The next day, his review recognizes Remy's genius. Not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. Ego changes his perspective, recognizing that creating has more value than criticizing. We shouldn't limit ourselves by others' expectations, but follow our passion regardless of where we come from. This story shows us that a person's value is not determined by their origin, but by their passion and talent. Both Remy, Linguini, and Ego learn that arrogance is an obstacle to personal growth, while authenticity and collaboration can lead us to achieve the impossible. In the end, they all discover that finding our place in the world doesn't mean fitting into pre-established expectations, but creating our own space by being true to who we really are.